Okay.
Why started when you started?
Prologue.
You're starting, okay.
Prologue. The year is 2260. Earth was abandoned in the late 20th century, with most of the population decimated, and those remaining humans who survived the last Great War fled to other planets. Now the only thing close to Earth is modern-day Kinetica, a large and powerful planet with the best army in the galaxy. Over the next 100 years, the population grew, and all different races began to live there, and soon the entire planet's surface was covered in sleek white city, with buildings stretching as tall as the eye can see. Even offshore colonies were made to house the ever-increasing population. After the population peaked at 7.5 billion, the Senate called for an air highway system to be introduced, where ships would fly through lanes between buildings high above the ground. So pollution was no longer a problem.
Of course.
Kinetica.
You've got all the pollutions in the air now.
Kinetica had good trade links with neighbouring planets. While the army had been the best ever, the army consisted of all different races.
Wasn't anymore though.
The army consisted of all different races who were dedicated to the protection of Kinetica and upholding peace in the galaxy. When the rebellion was formed in 2230, the rebellion, based on Earth, began to destroy all of the off-planet communication satellites to stop Kinetica monitoring other planets. And soon a full-blown conflict started like no one had ever seen in the last 130 years.
So precise. In 3 days.
And 22 hours. Now, after the theft of one of the plans to build a satellite on Earth, a special forces unit, capital F,
I see.
has been sent down to reclaim the plans or destroy them for the greater good of Kinetica.
There you go. The two figures ran through the war-torn city of Rio de Janeiro. The Can we turn the volume down so we can't hear ourselves?
No, keep going.
The heavy dark green robe.
Because your voice is really fucking loud.
No.
Alright, hold it further away.
The heavy dark.
No, don't talk quietly. Just talk normally.
The heavy dark green robes they wore concealed the large submachine gun that they were carrying, and most of all their identity. The footsteps made the only sound through the streets, saving the dusty wind from something. Although the Kinetic forces should have been there by now. Suddenly, one of the figures stopped dead, and his head angled, straining to hear. Yes, he wasn't mistaken. The distinct whining of a Kinetic axe hawk could be heard echoing off the crumbling concrete tower blocks. Doubling their pace, they set off again. The run filled with over-shoulder glances. The axe hawk's whooping engines were approaching. Axe hawk, it's a homosexual axe hawk. Woo! I fell off my place.
Approaching.
And a distant buzzing sound coming from. Axe hawk.
Shit. Run!
Okay, I'm sorry. Keep going.
As the sound became more audible. Wait. As the sound became more audible. Alright. When suddenly the two figures, we're only on chapter 1, there's about 30 chapters of this.
I'm sorry, people of the internet.
The two figures dived unexpectedly through a hole in the side of a tower block propelled by a Casseron Mark II anti-personnel missile. The first figure lay dead around 200 yards from the impact crater. The second was alive but immobilized due to his missing legs, which will do that.
Oddly, he made no noise.
The Axe Hawk slowed and hovered in the air, and 3 ropes dropped from the lowering landing ramp bearing 3 armor-clad men. The first figure was Wing General Altron Great, an experienced soldier and commander of the 76th Delta Legion.
But I bet he's a wing commander.
Wing General.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That existing rank.
Why does he have an Air Force rank?
I don't know. He was a tall, broad, muscled human, the oldest of the three with the most combat experience. Accompanying him was Squadron Leader Crix, who had been fighting for the Kinetican army for the shortest time, but was still
10 minutes.
was still
That
well,
wasn't very good at his job. Chipping on banana skins.
but still well trained in the art of combat. No, in the ways of combat.
The way of the warrior.
He was also a human. But
He was well trained in the art of combat, and he was a human.
he was also a human, but kept his place of origin secret, even from his.
Surely. Where most humans come. I forgot how brilliant this was.
But kept his place of origin secret, even from his closest friends. And the last figure was Wing Commander Shiol Vass. He was fresh out of boot camp and had only been fighting real-time missions
I forgot what slow motion was.
for a year, but already he was one of the best soldiers Kinetica had to produce. Kinetica, you have to produce the soldier.
His name's Vass.
He was from a planet called Kythora, an ancient alien race. No, well, that should be an ancient alien planet. An ancient alien race far away from Kinetica, its former ally. Which meant despite his muscled... Well, they're all really muscled. Humanoid shape.
Bunched, horrible hunchback.
He still had leathery blue skin. The metal-plated urban warfare boots of the three soldiers thudded on the windswept sandy floor. The Axe Hawk retracted the ropes and flew over the tower to a safe zone on the other side, upon which it landed after deploying a seeker drone. Do that one, I'll do the next one.
Crix, Vass, move out and secure the area. Mark that crater, I want them alive.
Sir, I've got a contact northwest of here, around 200 yards. Done it, just read it.
Got it. If he's got a gun, shoot his hand off.
That's the same person.
No, it's not.
That's great as well.
Is that great? Okay, then got it. If it's got a gun, shoot its hand off.
Sir, it's giving off no signal.
Just check it anyway.
Where's it going?
I don't know.
Oh, sir. Crix ran to the impact crater and
That's
stopped
a problem with the
dead.
microphone.
He looked over to his left and
I can read that again. Really? And stop. Dead. Rex!
he looked over to his left and saw the sunlight catch on the barrel of a gun. He twisted round to bring his own gun up when suddenly a spray of bullets slammed into his thigh. He screamed as he reached for his weapon, but his femur snapped.
Oh no.
Shit. And he fell to the ground, his gun just out of arm's reach. Altron tapped his helmet mic.
Crix!
Nothing but radio static answered. Sir!
Said the radio static.
Cried Vass. Crix is down. I think he's alive.
How could you tell?
I just got some pictures in from the drone.
It could be a sniper. Watch yourself. We'll circle around to the east and come behind him. I'll give you cover. Do you have any lemon drops?
Do you have laryngitis?
I'm very ill. Kill me.
Help me, I'm sick. I got you, sir. Vass picked up his gun, which he had put down.
I got it.
Ran to the side of the building and slammed into
And
the
put his
side
gun
of it.
down again.
Lying next to him was the cloaked body of one of the soldiers they were looking for, with a large gash lining the outside of his leg up to his head.
Turning
Just-
gangrenous.
Turning gangrenous already. Sir, I found one of the targets.
Is he alive?
Negative. I repeat, negative.
Check for the disc.
I'm not finished. Negative. I repeat, negative.
In that case,
Target is down.
in that case, as I was saying, check for the disc. Sorry for the interruption.
I seem to have caught your laryngitis.
Said Crix.
Vass
Oh, Vass.
squatted onto his quads and rummaged through the dark green cloak, trying to avoid the grievous wound. He rolled the body over and tilted the desert coloured helmet the figure was wearing, feeling for the disc implants inside the helmet. Not finding them, he hauled the body over his shoulder and carried it back to the dilapidated skyscraper. He returned to his
For
post
some reason.
and advanced cautiously around the building, his gun prone, Great, bringing up the rear. Sir, I can see Crix!
Is he alive?
Yeah! It looks like his femur snapped, though how I know that, I have absolutely no idea.
Can you tell using your magical medical diagnosis how bad it is?
Yes, his femur has definitely snapped. How bad is it?
How bad is it?
He's bleeding quite a lot, even though his femur has snapped. We'll have to get him out soon.
Shit! Can you tell which direction he was in from?
No! Why the fuck would I know that? From behind the wall!
Judging on how his feet was broken.
From behind the wall, out of line of sight.
Give me cover.